I want to be clear about something up front. I knew the Verath-Koss corridor was a little rough. The roads were bad, some of the landing pads had scorch marks. And yeah, one time a building was on fire when I pulled up and the guy still came out to sign for his package, but I'm from Detroit, I've delivered in worse. So when my dispatcher, a Taurani named Bix, pulled me into his office and asked me very slowly to describe my Tuesday route, and I casually mentioned the 6 stops I make on Verath-Koss, and he put his head in his 4 hands, that's when I realized the tips might have been guilt money. The Verath-Koss corridor, as it turns out, is not a developing area with inconsistent infrastructure. It is an active conflict zone between 2 factions, the Verath Sovereignty and the Koss Directive, who have been engaged in a territorial dispute for 11 years. There is a formal ceasefire line, there are no-fly advisories. The Galactic Freight Authority has the entire corridor flagged as a no-delivery zone. My route went straight through the middle of it, twice a week, for 8 months. How, Bix said, still holding his head. How did you not know? The GPS said it was the fastest route, I said, and nobody shot at me. They shot at each other, he said, constantly. While you were there, I wear headphones, I said. Bix stared at me for a very long time, then he pulled up my delivery records. 6 stops twice a week for 8 months, 32 weeks, 64 runs through an active war zone. Perfect delivery record, not a single package lost, damaged, or late. Apparently, both factions had noticed me. The Verath had flagged me in their military intelligence reports as a human operative of unknown allegiance, possibly conducting reconnaissance under commercial cover. They'd assigned a surveillance team to track my movements. The Koss had done the same, except they'd classified me as a potential neutral party mediator because I delivered to both sides without apparent bias. I was delivering protein bars and replacement air filters. One guy ordered socks. Military intelligence spent 4 months trying to decode the socks. They brought me to a joint security briefing. Both factions, same room, which Bix told me hadn't happened in 3 years. A Verath general pulled up a holographic map of the corridor. My delivery route was highlighted in yellow, cutting through red and blue territory lines like a kid drawing on a battle plan. You crossed active fire zones on 14 occasions, she said. 18, the Koss commander corrected. We counted. There was live ordnance detonating within 200 meters of your vehicle on at least 6 of those occasions. I thought about it. Is that what that rumbling was? I thought it was the road. The room went quiet. I filed a complaint about the road, I added, with the transportation department. I have the ticket number if you want it. They wanted to know why nobody had fired on me. Not a warning shot, not a stray round, nothing. The Verath general said her troops had standing orders not to engage unidentified species without confirmation of hostile intent. Since I was just walking up to doors with boxes, I never triggered the protocol. The Koss commander said his soldiers had actually debated shooting at me once, but decided against it because, and I want to be precise here, the human was carrying a package marked fragile and seemed genuinely concerned about it. It was a ceramic tea set. The buyer was very specific about handling. Both sides had independently concluded that anyone walking through a war zone that calmly was either incredibly dangerous or incredibly stupid, and neither option was worth the risk of finding out. They reassigned my route. Officially, I'm not allowed within 3 sectors of the Verath-Koss corridor. Bix made me sign something, but 2 weeks later I got a message from the Verath general. She wanted to know if I could deliver a package to the Koss commander, unofficial, off the books. A data tablet with a proposed amendment to the ceasefire terms. You're the only courier both sides trust, she wrote, because you are clearly too oblivious to be a spy. I thought about it. The route was flagged. My dispatcher would lose his mind. The area was technically still an active war zone, but the general tipped 40%, so I told Bix I was taking a personal day, loaded up the van, put my headphones in, and drove. Some people resolve conflicts with diplomacy, some with force. Me, I just show up on time with the right package and don't ask questions. Apparently that's been in short supply. The best stories come from real life. If you've got a scenario you want changed into a sci-fi version, a job, a moment, something that happened to you, leave it in the comments. I read them all and might just turn it into the next story.